Wow, this feels so weird. I don't know if this thing's gonna break down on me. Oh shit.
Oh God, we're stalled out. I was like, shut the fuck up. It was like the flagship BMW car of the time.
43 is gonna add a little bit of sweetness.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm gonna redline this thing at 10,000 RPMs. Sorry, people. Drink or Drive podcast. Check it out.
I don't want to give away.
Exactly, right? We gotta save this for the conversations. All right, Austin, I have an amazing cocktail here for you today. So the name of this cocktail is gonna be the Redline Rewind.
Oh,
yeah.
Redline, I would imagine, because in order to get above 120 mile an hour speed, I'd have to be redlining.
Redlining it, yeah. Is that what the car tops out at? Somewhere around there? Or?
I don't know. I've definitely gone over 100. I don't think I've ever tried to hit 120. No. Rewind, I think, just because of history of the car.
Okay, yeah, we'll get into that later. All right, let's get into this Redline Rewind right now.
I don't want to give away.
Exactly, story, right? We got to save this for the conversation. So, all right, first up, Austin. Now, I know you're kind of a tequila guy, and I really wanted to use something a little more sophisticated, kind of like the BMW, the 2002. So I wanted to do the base spirit, a Reposado tequila. I think the smoothness, I think the aging process of it all is kind of like represents the BMW. So first off, what we're going to do with this, now 100% blue agave, no preservative tequila. I think that's the best to use.
What's it called?
This is going to be an El Padrino Reposado right here. Nice. Certain Reposados I think are nice for mixing in cocktails. This one I think works and does the trick just perfect. With this, we're going to take into 1 3/4 ounce Reposado right here. Now, I also wanted to use a little fresh blood orange syrup. And the reason why your color of your car is red, right?
Yeah.
So I think this blood orange syrup is going to give it like a nice little, a little flavor. So we're going to do 1 ounce of blood orange syrup. Should give it a nice little color right there.
So far we got the interior color here.
Right.
And then we got the exterior color there. This is the color of, nice fresh oil. Oil change.
Absolutely. So the Liquor 43 is going to add a little bit of sweetness. It's got vanilla notes to it. Your car is a fun little playful, sweet little car, right? So what none other, right? I'm talking a little dirty over here, huh? Liquor 43, we're going to use 3/4 ounce. Add that sweet, nice little touch, just like that BMW. All right, Liquor 43 going in.
So what is Liquor 43?
So this is a vanilla liqueur, actually. Huh. It's got little sweet kind of herbal notes of vanilla right in there. No artificial like juices or anything like that. We go fresh lime juice. So cut that right in half. We're gonna go 1/2 ounce. Bam, right there. 1/2 ounce in there, fresh lime juice. What we got so far, we got a Reposado tequila in there. We've got Liquor 43 for that playful sweetness. We've got this beautiful blood orange syrup, and then, fresh lime in there.
How's the blood orange syrup made?
Now, you can go get this at, like, any liquor store. You can juice it yourself and make it.
You make it yourself.
Oh, dude, I make everything fresh here myself. I mean, obviously, look at this.
Ingredients,
no, not at all. After that, you got all your ingredients in the tin. Now, we're going to take some ice, and we're going to shake this drink.
Oh, nice.
It's all about the show. All right, so now we're going to take all this. We're going to strain into the glass right here. But that's not it.
I'm about to say, it looks like we're missing something.
It looks like we're missing something, right? Since there's already a couple little sweet ingredients in there, I want to top it with a little soda water right there. Right, I don't want this to be too sweet. Yo, Fever Tree, honestly, if you want to sponsor me, Fever Tree, let me know. We're going to top that off.
Wow. That looks like a refreshing beverage.
But wait, there's more. There's always more, all right? Now, this car, it's traveled some places. I wanted to get a little earthy with this, right? Okay, so we're going to go fresh rosemary right here.
Nice. Look at there.
That right there?
Is beautiful.
All right, Austin, this is your Redline Rewind right here. I wanted to match, that earthy kind of feeling of the car traveling. I wanted to do that red color because of, obviously the exterior color of your car. That little sweetness with the vanilla there. I personally think this hits all notes of the vehicle, but that's going to be something that you're going to have to tell me.
All right. Well, let's give it a shot.
All right. Redline Rewind right here for you. And we'll top it off with a nice little straw right there. This is the time of the show where I'm going to exchange this cocktail, but I'm going to need a little exchange from your part over there. So if you think this cocktail matches the vibe of that 1975 BMW 2002 of yours, then I'm going to need the keys to your car.
Well, if you made this drink as strong as you make your drink normally, I'm going to need to give you my keys because there's no way I'm driving afterwards.
I'll be the personal DD for the day, okay?
Sounds good.
You think those flavors kind of... kind of match what's going on.
That's nice.
You like it?
Nice little vanilla.
Okay, yeah.
It's got a lot of vanilla in it. It's like a blood orange vanilla margarita.
Yeah, that's basically what it is right there.
I just love being able to smell the rosemary too when you drink it. It really adds a lot.
Typically, people will put garnishes of different like citrus, but something more earthy and herbally.
For me, like I love having that there because like you're like getting the flavor of the rosemary while you're drinking it. It's like a really cool combo, you know.
So I'm gonna need the keys to those cars as you suck that thing down over there, buddy.
There you go. Sir.
All right, so BMW 2002 keys. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, man.
Boom. You've traveled 3 times cross country with this car, right?
Man. It was like having your first love was my BMW.
And that's it was 16 years old when you fell in love with that car.
16 years old, drove it across country, went back to the East Coast in Georgia, ended up wanting like my independence as a 18-year-old, just graduated high school at Venice Beach, LA. Ended up working dock construction through the winter, and I was like, what the hell am I doing, man? I was just in California. So then I had to drive back. Ended up making it to California, kept the car alive as much as I could. You know, I always had to, you know, do little things, replace the radiator, change the carburetor, change the spark plugs, all the little, everything's pretty simple in that car. That was the best part about it. I could do a lot of stuff myself, but anything major with the engine and transmission and stuff like that, I had to take it places.
Okay.
It got to a point where the engine was just like, I just felt like the car was slowly dying. I didn't have the money to keep it alive. And I knew it was going to be like, it was getting to the point where I was like, all right, I think I might have to sell this thing. If I want to still, my main goal is to get to the beach because I was living in LA and I wanted to get down to Laguna every weekend and go surf or get to the beach. And I was like, I think this is the time I got to make the decision. Am I going to, you know, try to keep this thing alive just to keep it alive or sell it while I can get some money for it and get a car that's just going to get me to the beach.
Something a little more reliable.
It was like one day where I was like, I'm going to put it up and just see what happens. And I remember I was driving from Laguna and I got a response and I was like, no. And the guy's like, I'll come today right now, pick it up for what you're asking. And I was like, no way. Like, I wasn't ready for
like,
that.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like, this is really happening.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't want to get rid of the car. Because I always said, like, I always had guys come up to me, like old guys at a gas station, be like, oh, I used to have one of those. And I said,
back in my days.
And I never would have sold it. And I wish I'd never sold it, and blah, blah. And I was like, I'll never be that guy.
Yeah.
And then, you know, here I am selling the car because I had to. And got like $2,500 for it, and then I bought an old 1992 Nissan pickup truck with like 70,000 miles on it. Like it was like really well kept. Long story short, I started working with Reed as my manager, and he's really big in the automotive world.
Yep.
And so he was trying to get me to work with this car company. It's a car products company. They sponsored Formula Drift. You know, they're in all the auto zones called Black Magic and Gum Out.
Oh, super cool.
And so they were like, yeah, we love Austin. We want to do something, because I was going to hanging out with their drift car racers and Ryan Turek and Chris Forsberg and stuff like that. And so I was kind of like, they were kind of peppering me in like with some content that they were doing, and they were doing all this YouTube stuff. And they're like, we want to work with Austin. We just don't know how to figure out how to like bring him into the car world. Yeah. And we're like, we told him about the story of the car.
Okay.
And we're like, well, what if we do like a 2002 build? Such a fan of those cars, and I'd always be looking it up. And I was a part of like the forums back in the day, you know. And so I'd always kind of like every year just like see what they were going for, and just watch the prices.
Kind of look on Craigslist, offer up all that.
We mentioned the Black Magic and Gum Out, like, hey, like, what if we did like a car project? And so I started kind of just like, they're like, well, is there any way you could find the original? I was like, there's no way. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know the VIN. Like, I almost like when I sold that car, I didn't even want to know anything. Like,
and what year did you sell that car in?
Maybe 2008. I can't remember really. So I'm looking and we're like, there's no way. And I was like, all right, well, maybe if they're serious about doing a project, like a 2002 project, I'll like pulled out this old computer and I got some like old photos, and I even like came across this like Word document. I like wrote this little letter like about like, I was like, I got to at least document a story of my car, you know, so I can remember it.
That's
and
so
I wrote
funny.
The story because I knew I was selling it back then. On the San Diego Craigslist, like I went through, like looked at all the cars, and I didn't look at the red one because I was like, if I get one, I don't want to get another red one. I always like the tan or like the Fjord blue one. I looked at every listing and I was like, fuck it, I'll look at the red one. And then so I started looking at it and I was like, that's crazy. Like my taillight had the same crack right there. That wasn't uncommon because like these cars, like they'd all have the same little ailments. You know, like the dash would be cracked in the same spot, or like the taillight would always get
the
cracked.
typical wear would happen in the same spot.
Yeah, with these cars, it was all the same shit. Oddly familiar.
It was suspicious, right?
Yeah, but not even for a second did I think it was my car, because when I sold it to this guy, he's like, yeah, we're going to restore it. And this was 8 years prior. Yeah. So I was like, this guy probably already restored this thing and sold it to some guy in Kentucky or something,
Yeah,
or whatever,
somewhere in the world
or something.
Uh-huh.
So I just texted the guy. I was like, hey, just seeing if the 2002 is still available, and like, what's your story on the car? 15 or 20 minutes later, I got like a call from a random number, and I just saw like the last digit. I was like, I think that's the guy who just texted me. That's weird. So I just answered. I was like, hello. And he's like, yo, Austin, this is crazy. You're calling me. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
No
That's
way.
the first thing I said to him was,
Really?
shut the fuck up.
Did you recognize the voice or what?
No, I just knew that they all came together. He knew my name.
Yeah.
And I texted him about this car that I thought suspiciously looked like mine, but didn't think for a second it
That
could have
is
been.
so wild.
I literally was like, shut the fuck up. He's like, bro, this is crazy. You're calling me. I had this thing almost sold like 3 times this past week. It was the guy I sold it to who somehow had my number saved still for 8 years. Or I said Austin 2002 or something.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, this is crazy. I was like, I'll be down there tomorrow. Like, let me know how much you want for it. And basically I sold it to him for like $2,000. I bought it back for $5,000.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying,
So
it happens.
I did the math. I think it was like $85 a month for a storage fee.
Okay, all right. That's actually not that bad. Well, here in California,
Yeah.
so.
And it still ran. Like, I couldn't believe the guy didn't do shit. Like, the stuff he did was so dumb. Like, and like the guy was, I apologize if one day he sees this, but like, dude, he was a mess, bro. Like, he was like trying to like find the pink slip and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I had to go to DMV with him and stuff. It was weird. I thought I was just going to give him cash, and it was like this whole thing.
It was a process.
And I got the car, started driving it back up. Same thing, bro. Like, it was like, you know, exhaust coming in the car. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, all this anxiety of like,
why did I just buy this car again?
The feelings of when I sold it, of like, I got to let it go. Like, I don't have the time. I was like, I don't have the time to freaking restore a car. Like, I'm not in that zone right now to be like, I'm going to do a car project.
Yeah.
So I'm driving up. I'm like, dude, like, what am I going to do with this thing now? This is cool, but like, what the hell am I going to do? And I hit up Reed. I'm like, I got the car. And he's like, what do you mean you got? I was like, yeah, I got the car.
Yeah, I bought it.
He's like, you got a 2002? I'm like, no, I got the 2002. He's like, what do you mean? And then so he's told the car company like that. He's like, so Austin got the car, and they're like, he bought a 2002? He's like, no, he bought the 2002. Like, nobody could believe that I found this.
one.
Yeah. So they're like, we better do a freaking project, because we didn't have any contract or anything that said like, hey, we want to work with them. It was just like, you guys got to work with us now. And then so thank goodness Ken and Marshall was working for Black Magic and Gum Out at the time, and like got us a contract with them, and they basically involved us in this YouTube series with Chris Forsberg and Ryan Turek to kind of restore this thing out of their shop.
Okay, that's cool.
And yeah, they basically flipped the bill to like fully restore it for me and have me promote the brand. And
so awesome.
Yeah, I got really, I mean, just like the whole thing of how that came together was just insane. My next thing one day, I'll probably, maybe not, I've been on the fence to make it like a fuel injected motor. Like, you can put like a 1990s motor in it.
That'd be cool. I was going to ask that actually, like, because I feel like with old like Volkswagens, they always swap different motors, something more reliable,
totally
something newer. And the fuel injected would be pretty nice.
It would be cool, because you just start it up, it's the same, it's super consistent, but there is something about like pushing the pedal, and it's like almost like you can feel all the linkage, just pulling the little flaps of the carburetor open, you know. So that's the coolest thing about the car, is like,
it makes you feel some type of way when you're driving it.
When you're driving it, you feel everything, whether it's the driving components or like the road, and you know, all the suspension's redone, you know, we got like all the things that you want done to that car, we have done to that car.
Okay. So fully restored everything.
Like the main key things that you want, you know, like the right bushings, the right suspension parts, the sway bars, the right shocks, right brake system.
So if you were to drive this cross country tomorrow, no problems at all, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and you never know. These cars, like, something random can happen. That's the thing. But like, I would be confident to drive this thing across country. I mean, if I did it back then,
yeah, you could totally do it now.
Yeah, but like I said, like any little thing at any point can happen. Like one time I was driving, and like the oil thing like jiggled loose, and then like oil sprayed everywhere, and I thought the engine blew up, and it was just like a minor little thing, you know, or spark plug can go bad or something, and it starts kind of misfiring or something, you know. So like any little thing can go bad, but like pretty confident with the engine itself, the suspension, the brakes.
Now there's different like versions. I know you have told me in the past there's different European versions of this car as well too. Tell me a little bit more about those, because I've done a little research on like some of the European models, but there's some really cool ones out there
Yeah,
too.
so mine's a little Frankenstein. It's got a little late model.
I like the little Frankenstein, huh?
So we got like, body components that are like, it's obviously registered as a late model. So there's a late model from 74 to 76, and everything 73 and earlier was the European version. But like back in 1974, the U.S. made all these like U.S. safety regulations for all these European vehicles. So that's why you see like a big style change, especially with the bumpers and stuff like that, with these cars starting in 1974.
Needed to meet regulations
Yeah,
of
so
US
they started
standard.
making the bumpers big and bulky and ugly. And like that car originally, it's a 1975. It originally has like these big black bulky bumpers, but everybody does like the swap to put the European bumpers because they look tighter and more sleek. So that's what I got on there now. You'll notice that the 2002s that are the earlier model will have the circle taillights. Mine have the square. Which I always thought the circle ones were really sexy when I first had the car. I was like, because I had the square ones, so I always saw the circle ones, like, oh, that's cool. Like
something different always seems to be appealing.
Yeah, it's always the grass is always greener. But now I actually really love the square taillights more because it does have like that American 70s look, you know? So I really like that a lot. It's a cool car, man. Like it's like the flagship BMW car of the time. And it's just crazy to think that like this was the coolest, fastest car they made back then.
Yeah, wild. It's times have changed. Well, I think the 1975 suits you very well, buddy, to be honest with you.
I like a classic car, That's my fun car.
Well, you're kind of a classic guy. So
thank you.
You sold it, you rebought it, you have it back under your possession. Is there ever any selling of this vehicle again, or is this a forever type car?
I don't think so, man.
This is it?
No, I think I learned my lesson the first time. Don't sell the car, and the universe gave me a second chance. So
it's so cool.
I'm gonna keep this car for the long haul.
I agree. You got to keep this vehicle. This was what brought you to California. It jump-started your career. I see you pull up to the beach in the 2002 and pull your skimboard out of the trunk or your foil. It is so freaking cool, man. It's a total vibe,
For sure.
So I want to talk about like the whole action sports. I've seen you come from a pretty low following on social media to absolutely blowing up.
I'm pretty sure you got me my bartending job at the Derby. You and I gave the best service in that restaurant that they've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then after we left, they shut down.
Told you everything you knew to know.
Exactly, right? I saw you slowly transition out of the restaurants and going full-time into skimboarding, into wake surfing and all that. Was that a scary step for you? I mean, because that's something so new.
That job was actually the job that was the last job I quit. That was my first year I competed in every event on the tour. And then I ended up winning the world championship title, the first guy outside of Laguna Beach to do that. I had at the time like 6,000 followers on Instagram, which I was putting a lot of work into growing because even though companies and brands weren't on social media yet, I knew that they would be one day, and I knew it was going to be valuable because I was like, this is the only way I'm going to create an audience for my type of sport. Like it's not going on TV, like whatever. So I was focused on that. And at the time, 6,000 followers was a lot in the scheme of social media. I had a world championship title under my belt as of October. 6,000 followers, like, all right. Because my whole goal in life was to like try to make a living doing what I love to do. And I was like, I think this is a time, like if I'm going to do this, I need to start leveraging my title, leverage these followers, and all the sponsors who aren't paying me now, they need to start paying me enough to where I can at least pay my rent. Quit the job and leveraged. I didn't know the concept of asking for money from companies, so it felt really awkward. But I was like, hey, this is what I want. And asked them, for a couple $100 a month. And the first guy I said that to was like, okay. And I was like, whoa.
All right, cool.
All right, maybe this is going to work. And I did it like 2 other people, and I was like, okay, well, that at least pays my rent. And like, worst case, I can still do some plumbing on the side or something. Or like, I just basically started kind of compounding from there, like keeping my eye on the prize as far as like perfecting my craft, staying motivated. And that's when it really turned into a business for me.
But it wasn't up until you actually like started making money off of all this. You weren't just about getting all the free stuff. Maybe at first you were, but then it was about, okay, well, if I quit my day job, I need to start paying bills. So that's when I had seen you kind of take it to another level where it's like, all right, now I got all these companies paying me. And then you went and got a manager, which you had mentioned before, Reed.
Yeah.
So what do you think the benefits of getting the manager? Do you think that was like a very important thing for you to do at the time? And do you think that kind of helped like get your success even more than what it is today?
Yeah, because I think I got to a point where like I could only sell myself so much where it just, I don't know, I kind of had like this intuitive feeling that like, one, I wanted somebody to help me like navigate. I've never done this and I never like even sent professional emails before and stuff like that. I met Reed on the beach. He came up to me actually. He's like, hey, I saw you in the paper. You won that contest. Started telling him, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to like, you know, like really make a living out of doing this. Like nobody's doing it in my sport. Like everybody's just kind of like fucking off, like skim breaks, whatever. Like, I mean, nothing against that. It's just like nobody had the business mindset. But like, I didn't have any backup plan. You know, like my mom was on the East Coast. My dad was fucking off in like Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And I was responsible for myself, you know? So I was like, I have no backup plan. I already took the leap of faith. Like, I need to make money. I want to do this. I want to be the first guy to do this. There's got to be a way to do it. I told him, I was like, I think it looks better if like somebody else is like selling me rather
kind
than
of
representing me or like selling my value, not selling me, but selling my value. He was just kind of doing that. Like, he just started kind of doing it. He was working at, you know, he had a full-time job.
He had a corporate job?
Yeah, he was working for PRI. Okay. We started working together, and then like things started growing. And back when I was saying like brands and companies were like, I was trying to approach brands and companies like, hey, I can promote you on my social media. And they would like literally laugh at me. Like, we don't have a Facebook page, really. That's silly. Like, kids have Instagrams. Like, this is for kids.
Little did they know.
And I was like, yeah, you guys will find out.
Yeah.
And turns out now we have trillions of dollars every year putting into Facebook ads. Fast forward, companies start getting on Facebook. I remember the day I saw the first time somebody promoted their Facebook. Follow us on Facebook on TV. And I was like, I knew it was going to happen. Yeah. I started just kind of focus. That just instilled the fact that I need to focus on social media more. Audience grew, partnerships would grow, and then I'd ask for a little bit more. It wouldn't be like based on like, oh, I want to get more. It's more like, no, I'm growing my value, so like it's justified to ask for more. Yeah. So now, in this time of my life, I feel like I'm trying to kind of transition all of that into more like business ventures. Okay. Because the reason that allowed me to make a career doing what I love to do is because I'm just like an entrepreneur at heart. Like, I was trying to figure out like the impossible goal of making a living out of a sport that nobody's done it. You know, it was like almost like something that nobody's done. It was like kind of trailblazing a path. Being an action sports athlete in a niche sport, it's already hard to do it in action sports, but do it in a niche action sports, exactly. It's like, it feels nearly impossible. But thank God for social media, because that's really what allowed me to create an audience and leverage that, create creative content, build the audience. I did like a job from the beginning, you know, even before I was getting paid for it. And then once I got paid for it, then I was like, okay, it just kind of instilled that motivation in me. The social media landscape's changed so much. You're just constantly navigating the changes. And
so you now have about 900,000 followers?
Yeah, 900 on Instagram, and then like 700 on YouTube, over 500,000 on TikTok. So
that's
just like
so wild.
Over 2 million collectively.
That's accumulated of a lot that you've done throughout the years. Like, I've seen how persistent like you've been with all your videos and all that.
And people always ask me, like, literally, I get this question a lot, is like, when was that, when did you like blow up? When was the moment you blew up? And like, the most frustrating thing is like, I never had that moment. Okay. It's just been consistent grind. There was moments where it spiked, you know, it's like,
well, you had super viral videos.
Yeah, I had Sports Center Top 10 reposted me. I got 5,000 or 8,000 new followers.
GoPro $1 Million Challenge.
Yeah, 50 Cent repost your thing. Now you got a little extra. You know, you get little bumps, but there was never a moment like, you know, I've watched other influencers nowadays. They do one viral video and then they got 1 million overnight. I've had probably 50 videos go viral in the millions, and I've never, you know, I never had that overnight success. There's like a saying, it's like every overnight success takes 10 years or something like that. So it definitely took time. 10 years. So now I'm in this kind of area of my life where, you know, I've kind of checked the goal off of, I still want to be an exceptional athlete. I think it's in my blood. I still just, nothing I love more in the world than catching a wave, whether it's behind a boat, whether it's foiling or surfing or now skimboarding. But I think once I like won the world title, like I lost like drive, that kind of like ego-driven drive to kind of prove to be the best. Skills that I've gained through all this journey to build, like, be a part of cool brands, invest in cool businesses,
or even start. I mean, Vitamin Bar.
Yeah, so we got Vitamin Bar. You know, I started a cold plunge studio. That was more of a passion project. Now I've realized that, like, I've created such a cool network of just successful, awesome people that I've been able to, like, actually connect dots, almost as if like a venture capitalist would do. You know, it's like they're finding investors for cool companies. I've probably been responsible for raising like over $1 million now just by connecting people. Yeah, like the wake surf, the little coffee table that got auctioned off that you wake surf. How much did that go for? We went to Goodwill, bought a table for $9. We're trying to find anything that we could surf, and then we saw this table and we're like, we could probably surf that, and it was $9. And in 24 hours, we did the video, we posted it, and then like it was going Richter. Well, what if we just sold this table? I did this just auction on my story. I'm like, all right, well, this guy bid this much. And I thought it would get to like $80. Dude bought it for $895. That's so crazy. And we thought it would get to like $100. And like my sponsor was like, anything up to $500 we'll match. Try to pick a charity. I was like, we're going to donate it to charity, and it was like this Water Walkers Tennessee. So they take like kids who don't get the opportunity, like inner city kids who don't get the opportunity to go have fun and like do something cool. They take them out and wakeboard boats. Oh, that's really cool. Wake surfing and teach them how to wakeboard. And so I was like, this is the perfect thing. And you've been with the Celebrity Wake series that you do. You've had some pretty cool celebrities on there. Yeah, I love watching. I love watching it. But you had last year Kim Kardashian on the show, huh? We didn't have her on the show, but I got to take her wake surfing. You got to take her wake surfing, okay? So, she called you the what of the sea? Tarzan of the sea. Tarzan of the sea, dude. How wild is that, though? It was wild. I was very nervous, actually. Like, I'm not like, I don't know anything about the Kardashians. I don't watch the show. I just knew that, like, obviously you know about Kim Kardashian. It was a goal of mine, actually, for about a year to get her on the boat. I didn't even think it was in the realm of possibilities. I was literally text messaging her, coordinating it. I was like, oh shit, this is actually happening. The morning of going, I was like, damn, should I take a shot of tequila or something? Oh my. Yeah. It's rarely a time you get to feel that type of like nervousness without actually having to put yourself in danger. That's an opportunity to kind of feel that feeling and then like overcome it naturally. They were all super cool, which made the vibes really easy going, really easy to talk to and hang out with. Exchanged some messages with her since then, and we're gonna hopefully get her out on the boat again this summer. We'll see. Awesome, love that. See if she's still up for it, but she crushed it. Maybe you can ask her if she's up for a Drink or Drive podcast. Hey, I mean, can you come to my buddy's garage? If you stuck with the videos, dude, you could have had your own celebrity platform by this point. You would have been more famous than me. I mean, you know what? That's why I started this now. We've talked about, I've told you for probably years now, I wanted to start something, right? I mean, first it was Rise High Photography. It was High Photography, yeah. The drone photography that was very short-lived when I crashed it in Mexico. There was no persistence in that. Yeah, no, there wasn't. I made some sick videos for you. Crashed it once. Okay, I'm done. We move on from that. Whatever. Rise High Photography did not work, but like I always knew I wanted to do something, and like my whole idea was like a cars and cocktails type thing, you know. But I wasn't really sure how to incorporate the two together, and it took me so long to do it. I don't know why I was so nervous. But like you would have me in all your videos, and I love being behind the camera. Well, I mean, sometimes when the time's right, you know, it's like maybe it just wasn't the right time back then to do it. And that's one thing I realized too, is as long as you got a goal in mind, people always say like, you gotta have a plan, you gotta have like, and I always thought setting goals was like, oh, I gotta find out exactly what I want. But like the goal overall can just kind of be like an unclear vision, you know? And if you have that and you're willing to put in the work and try stuff, then the universe will guide you towards that goal. Yeah, that's kind of like the mindset I'm in now, where it's like, as soon as I think I have it figured out, that's like the scariest place to be, because that you're setting yourself up for the universe to give you a big slap in the face and make you realize you don't. Now I'm just kind of like, you know, releasing to the fact where it's like, you know, I've gotten to this point, I have checked off goals that I've had, and it's all been because I've just kind of had the motivation to put the effort in, but then also just allow the path to lay out. In life, it's like an ongoing thing where people are like, oh, I have this idea. And it's like, that is literally the universe telling you, like, do it. Do it, yeah. Because if that doesn't work, then it's going to teach you something or lead you to something else, you know? And not every idea is a success either. Yeah. I'm sure you've had a lot of like ideas that you had thought of that just were total flops. Yeah. You know? Overall, but it's okay, like, you learn from that. Yeah, that's the thing. You're doing it, it feels right. You know, it's like, you know when it feels right, and things just kind of happen like this. Like this thing just kind of like, You put in a little effort, but it just probably turned into something cooler than like.
It really did.
You know,
I literally.
How cool this is. You know, you had a vision, and not only that, it's very like gratifying to like have a vision, as you know, and like.
And then see it come together.
Put it together. I mean, and you've already set yourself apart from the masses by like having an idea and then making it happen.
It's a very niche thing. Like nobody's pairing cocktails in cars. So why not try to blow them away with a good cocktail? So
you make a damn good cocktail. So
hey, you know what, buddy? I appreciate that. And like your drive that you instilled when you were younger to build the platform, that's exactly what I'm trying to do here right now. I just hope that my vision and what I've got going on can kind of turn into the success that you've had, because I've seen that throughout the years with you. And then speaking about the drive that we have, I have the keys to your BMW, and honestly, I think it's the perfect time to go for a nice little PCH, maybe down to the harbor, get a little ocean views, you know? Right. I think it's time for a nice little drive.
Have you driven the BMW yet?
I've never driven the BMW, to be honest with you. I'm really excited.
I think you're going to enjoy it.
Now that you finished the drink, I say we go out and do this.
Let's do it.
Perfect. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Here, to start, I would imagine we just put the key in. The fart?
Yeah, right here, fart.
There's no push to start or push to fart. Come on,
that's funny. The guy I bought it from, that's like the only thing he did is he did this like push start thing.
Really?
Weird.
Okay,
it's
so
like
what?
Out of all the things you're going to do, that's what you're going to do?
Put the key in?
Yeah. It literally does say fart, though.
That does?
Fart, stop.
All right.
I mean, just like a normal stick.
Just like normal stick?
Yeah, probably put the clutch in.
Oh, yeah. Are you in gear?
Yeah.
Wow, this feels so weird. Wow.
Here, give it gas. Oh, there we go. Just the voltage was saying low voltage. It must be because it's low.
I don't know if this thing's going to break down on me.
This would be funny.
Should I
go in line with the car?
Am I safe to drive this thing or what?
I think so.
Okay. Does the horn work?
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of aggressive with it. Okay, it doesn't work.
No, first gear, normal, everything?
The only thing that's not normal is reverse.
Is it reverse?
It's all the way left and up.
Okay. Oh, you see this guy checking out your car?
Yeah,
you see him checking out your car?
Hey, don't break your neck. Take a photo while
Hey, seriously, I gotta need a neck brace after checking us out right now. Has anyone drove your car before?
Probably 4 people.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty honored right now. And the beads that you got going on in here, let's talk about these things.
I mean, these are exclusive designer found on Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually not bad, right? Oh, man. Steering wheel's really cool, too. Nice wooden BMW steering wheel. Now, is this original steering wheel in here?
Yeah, actually, Reed got me that steering wheel for Christmas.
Oh, man, this is really cool. The smell I'm getting from this, too.
Oh, yeah, you're getting some...
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, you got it in reverse.
Is that reverse?
Yeah, don't go all the way left. Just kind of go, like, straight up.
Okay.
Straight diagonal left. There you go.
Almost killed us right there. I'm literally about to go reverse in the middle of an intersection, so... Hey, first time driving the BMW,
you're
though,
good.
so...
Yeah, if you'll kind of go all the way left and up, that's the reverse.
Okay.
Just kind of straight up.
All right. You basically, these days, you take it to the beach, you know, like...
Yeah, I just love driving it. I mean, especially this time of year, you have the windows down and it's nice, you know.
Yeah.
This weather's perfect for it.
Nice power windows you got here.
When it gets real hot, you know, you turn these things around right here.
Okay, what does that do?
It's like the analog AC, as I call it. Turns and it directs the air. It'll go right up your shorts, too. Oh,
hey, free golf clubs. Wow. You're a pretty big golfer these days, huh,
That's
Austin?
right, yeah. I mean,
so what kind of sparked you into getting into the golfing?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I kind of had a period where I got into it during COVID, and then I stopped. And then I found out that Connor liked to golf, that he was down, and then you were down to golf. So once I realized you guys like to golf, I was like, let's get out there. And we started having fun.
You doing everything you do, you definitely are pretty serious when it gets into these things.
Yeah, I like to get obsessed and get better. Especially something like golf, you know, if you're an athlete already and something that seems so easy to just hit a ball and make it go forward and straight, seems so easy.
You would think it's
And then when you can't do it, you're like, okay, what the heck is wrong with me?
Yeah. So this used to be a 4-speed, right? It's a 5-speed now.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Actually, I've always had it as a 5-speed.
So when you got it?
bought it, the guy had a 5-speed swap.
Okay, all right, cool.
It's like one of the first things people will do when they get these cars, unless they want to keep them totally original.
The interior is honestly really nice in this.
Isn't it nice?
It really
like
is.
The redone leather on the dash. This is real leather for sure.
Okay. Yeah, like you would never know you were in a 1975. Like, yes, you get the aspects of a 1975 vehicle when it comes to this. Specifically, the smell, the little
The seats
shaky,
are real leather, you know. They've got real leather seats.
Nice.
Actually, like the beads too, because like if you are in like wet, like lightly wet board shorts after coming out of the water, you can just get in your car without worrying about getting the seat wet.
Yeah, that's perfect.
They're on like some wooden beads.
So they serve as a multi-purpose kind of thing.
Yeah, they keep you cool. You're not like get all hot connected to a seat, you know.
You know, I feel cool in this car right now. I feel really cool in it. You know what? I feel like I'm playing the part right now. You know, like this something like a nostalgic like feeling in this car.
Man.
To be honest with you.
Now, can you imagine driving this thing cross country?
I would be like, I'd be so uncomfortable driving this thing cross, dude. Like, I would feel like it was gonna blow up if you were in fifth gear and just pin.
It'd be loud, and you're hearing the motor, wind in your face. Just
now, did you have AC or anything?
No, this is it. You have this. It was 100 degrees in the Mojave Desert. It felt like a blow dryer.
Oh my!
Kind of got to give it some juice.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right. I don't think it's been open since freaking 1975. It's opening today, baby.
Until it angles.
Hey, who's honking out?
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh god, we're stalled out. Start it. Oh my god. Here, clutch in.
Yep, we're in.
Oh!
We're good, we're good, we're good. What happened?
We just stalled out in the intersection.
That was so wild. Sorry, people. Sorry, vehicles behind me. My bad.
I thought we were going to back up into the car.
Oh my god. You guys
said you knew how to drive a stick.
I do know how to drive a stick, but the first gear thing is kind of sketchy.
Rates up.
Okay, all right, here we go. Let's go. Not go into reverse. Look at that. Forward.
Oh, you put it in third. You put it in third. That's why.
Oh, is it in third right now?
Yeah. So a little left. A little left.
A little left? Okay, all right.
I mean, once you feel it, it's like I think it might be like a little bit of a wider shifting area than like your car.
Well, we know your car can take off in third now.
Yeah.
So that's actually a plus.
Well, one out of
we're getting some BMW love over here.
One out of 2 times. Yeah,
right. All right, downshift in a second. Let's see.
There you go.
Yeah, look at this. Let's see what this puppy's got, dude.
Oh.
Let's trying to give it some beans right there.
Give it some beans. It likes the higher RPMs for sure.
It seems like it does. All right, so naturally we're here in the 2002. We're at the beach, so
where it belongs. Man.
Yeah, honestly, this car is where it belongs. All right, we're gonna let this BMW go around.
What year is it?
75.
Oh, my dad has one, but it's blue.
Oh,
no
sick,
way.
dude.
The blue is so pretty.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who's got a blue one too. This is his car. We're doing it for a podcast, but cool.
Drink
man.
or Drive podcast. It's his
Yeah,
podcast.
Drink or Drive podcast. Check it out. Shout out. We're getting a little love.
You could let that thing like when you do want to give it juice, let that thing get up to like 4,500 before you shift.
What's it redline at? Probably around.
It says 65.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
6,500 back
Especially
in the day.
These carbs are meant to pull at higher RPMs. That's the good and downside of the bigger carbs.
Okay.
It's like if you wanted to pull, you got to stay at higher RPMs.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna redline this thing at 10,000 RPMs. Woo, baby, want to see BMW power? Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, baby. I can get kind of used to this, man.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's fun. Rides well.
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm finally getting used to the gears over here. And I remember the first video reel that I had posted on my Instagram is a video of you taking a video of the S2000 on the freeway.
Oh, no shit.
That was what really sparked my career on the Sizz 2K page, to be honest with you.
You're crushing. You have some videos that have done really well.
It's wild, like how you had mentioned before, certain videos can really make you like go viral on certain things.
You never know.
I didn't get no like million followers by any means, but off one video that I posted, I got 7,000 followers.
That's amazing.
Which is crazy. I had 7.2 million views on that
This goes
video.
to show there's a lot of people interested interested in that specific vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are into cars, you know. I know all different generations, but I feel like the younger kids are really into these cars these days.
Yeah.
So this BMW too right here. I mean, you were a 16-year-old wanting a car that was a 1975.
Yeah.
That just goes to show something, to be honest with you. So what kind of music do you like listening to in this car, Austin?
Yeah, I like listening to some nice transition, first of all.
Oh,
that
you
was
like
a
that?
nice on-hill,
Thank
no
you.
third gear. That was straight first gear.
I felt it, dude.
Had a little PTSD for a second. Though.
I know, right? There's no cars behind me either. So.
I love listening to some classic rock in this car, man.
Okay.
Some Led Zeppelin.
All right.
But I also listen to some like roots reggae, you know, some classic 70s, 60s, 70s roots reggae.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah.
Nappy dreadlock.
That's right.
Dreadlock. Guess who's coming to dinner? Frankie Dreadlock.
I mean,
Dreadlock.
in this car, you got to listen to 60s and 70s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes sense, right?
I got
Oh, dude, I'm actually like driving this car now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give you the keys back. I don't think. Just leave this. I'll
yeah,
take it to
sure.
work. You
Wow.
know. You know, it's been really a joy. All right, Austin. I really appreciate that ride. That has been absolutely outstanding.
man.
I'm really hope you like that cocktail that I built for your car, and I'm really excited to see what's going to be going on in the
I
future
think I
with you.
sobered up after the stall out in the intersection.
Yeah, I mean that was a little bit sketchy, wasn't it?
That was fun.
But either way, I really appreciate the chance to
yeah,
give this.
man, I'm glad you enjoyed riding her.
You know, I really did enjoy riding. You're ridiculous. All right, until next time, this is the 1975 2002 BMW with Austin Keene. We're signing out. Until next time, guys.
You.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
My pleasure,
That was a
man.
fun time, man. All right. It's a fucking E-brake. Sorry, I almost gave you a heart attack, bro. That was